it's me, Canadensis, and today we are going to be doing an unboxing and review of the delicious Party Precure dolls. I'm so excited about these. I ordered these the day they hit stores in Japan, but obviously they took a minute to get here, so I have been patiently waiting for them to arrive, and that day is today. So here we have Cure Yum Yum, Cure Spicy, and Cure Precious. So first I'm going to show you what they look like in the box, and then we will get them out of the box and do the actual review. Here's what the dolls look like in box, and this packaging is extremely standard for the Pretty Cure style dolls. This doll has been unboxed, but you can see the boxes are the same size. They have a very similar theme and shape going on, and I honestly really like this because if you want to keep them in the box, they'll go together really nicely with your old ones, and they're also very easy to take out of the box. One thing I will say though is that if you want these in box, all of mine that I've ever bought have this problem where like this bulges, so they're kind of hard to stand up. They lean backward, as you can see, but not a big deal to me because I'm unboxing them. So this is what Cure Precious looks like. And I bought these on Yahoo Japan auctions because I like to buy all three in one listing. Generally, I can get them cheaper if I do that, but you can buy them on Amazon Japan and you don't have to use a proxy. At least to my knowledge, I think Amazon Japan, with these dolls specifically, you can just get them shipped straight to you. And these will retail for anywhere from like $30 to $40. You shouldn't be spending over $40 each on them though. And I know on Yahoo Japan, I believe they're around $35, but I don't 100% recall. All right, now we're gonna get them out of the box. Cure Precious is looking precious out of the box, and one thing I just really want to say is that I love the user-friendly experience of unboxing a Japanese doll. They're always really simple to unbox. There's not a bunch of weird things you have to do, and the dolls come out of the box with nothing stopping you from just getting started on playing with them or displaying them or whatever you're going to do. I really, really value that. I think it's awesome, and one of my favorite things is that they use styling wax, not gel, so the hair is super soft, but it keeps its style really nicely, and it actually keeps it for a long time. All of my Pretty Cure dolls, which you can see over here, are all still perfectly styled. Even my Star Twinkle ones, which I actually bought used, are perfect. I think the styling wax is awesome, and I really wish US release dolls would implement using this because it's fantastic. As with all of my reviews, we are going to start with Cure Precious's face and hair, and one thing I want to say about the faces is that now that I have dolls from many series, I have to say that they do a phenomenal job making a doll that is cohesive with the other series but still stands out as part of her own. So this is a doll from nearly 2 decades ago from the Pretty Cure style doll line, and they go together. Obviously she's very different, the art style for this season was very different, but they still actually will go together, and of course the more recent ones will match better with her, but I think it's really cool that the dolls kind of can fit together and make a cohesive display. I think it's awesome, and they are actually like the same size too. The bodies have changed and become more articulated since these dolls came out, but yeah, I think it's pretty cool. All right, now for Cure Precious. Her face specifically, these dolls have extremely wide, expressive eyes, and I love this eye shape. This is the kind of eye shape that I do when I draw normally, and it's really cute. I really like it in these dolls. I think it's so fun, and the faces are always pretty simple. They just have the stamped on eyes, they have a little smile, and eyebrows. But the simplicity is never a bad thing. Anytime I say something simple, it's just a descriptor. It doesn't mean it's bad in any way. She also has these tiny little earrings pressed in that are gold, and mine are placed good. They look good. She has a gross grain ribbon headband that is a bow, and it has elastic at the neck part, which just makes it easier to take on and off, and lace underneath. On the bow, we have a little pastry flower thing, and it's very cute, really nice piece. And then we have some netted little bun holder things, and the buns are really nicely formed. They look really good, and they look just like the character, which is what you want always. Hair is super shiny. I can never tell what material it is, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's saran, but your guess is as good as mine. Your guess is as good as mine. If it's nylon, it's extremely thin, high quality nylon, because it's not like thick and heavy like a lot of nylon dolls are, so I think it's saran, but the color payout tells me it's not saran. Who knows? Anyways, the Pretty Cure style dolls tend to have satin outfits with a lot of printed on details, and this is no exception. I think they're very interesting because these are clearly higher budget dolls, so they'll have really interesting construction, extra pieces, tons of layers, but they tend to not go the extra mile with the trims, which is such a shame because I feel like it would really elevate the dolls, but they do manage a ton of detail and a ton of 3D elements regardless. And this is an interesting one. For all of these dolls, they have a big plastic piece on the front, kind of being the thing that closes the front of the outfits, I guess. And this is meant to be like a big bow with a heart, and then you can see that there's actual gross grain ribbons connecting all the way to the back. Oh, actually, it's printed on the back and it connects to there. That's a weird choice, actually. I feel like that would be harder to construct, but anyways, we have two tiny little gross grain satin ribbons here. This is all printed on the front, but it kind of closes like a chef's outfit, which does make sense for this season, and it has scalloped edges and ribbon straps. I really like the off-the-shoulder look, but I just wish we got like a 3D ribbon just here on these pink spots. I just feel like it would elevate it so much. Totally fine. Again, the target that these dolls are for do not care or notice that sort of thing. This piece, kind of like a little apron, like a little waitress piece. Scalloped, flower-shaped, white with blue and yellow. And then moving down, we have this isn't printed to be pleated, it's actually pleated, and it has these little triangles and printed on trim. And then underneath, we have an actual little crinoline that they've done with a lace trim, and then this is just like a cheapy fabric it just poofs out the skirt. I don't expect it to be mind-blowing. And then, to take her off the stand for just a moment so we can look at the back of the outfit, we have a big old bow. I bent it a little putting it on the stand. It's a really nice shaped bow, very cute. Just satin. I believe all the edges are burned, possibly, and a few of mine have some fraying issues. My Star Twinkle ones that were used before I got them specifically have fraying on their organza pieces, but their satin is pretty good, so I feel like they've figured out the satin. They seem to be fine, although the oldest dolls that I have that are also used don't have any unhemmed pieces, so I can't know. And then, of course, she has Kome Kome here in the little pouch. She has her Heart Cure watch here, which does fall off really easily, so you're going to want to be careful with that if you do get these. And little white gloves with thumbs. And then here we have her Heart Juicy mixer, which is a very nice piece. It's painted details. Usually the wands or transformation items, sticks, or whatever you would call them, are pretty nicely detailed and painted, so I always appreciate that. It's a little tricky to get it on her hand. It's a very gummy piece, kind of like Polly Pocket clothes. Not the snap-on. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. That like gummy material they used to use. And then her shoes have like that hoof thing going on. It's very interesting. She's got like cloven hoof boots. She has little red socks that go up to the knee. Really cute little, I guess it's reminiscent of icing as a trim on the boot. We've got blue diamonds and pink toes that are cloven. And then she has click jointed knees. The click joints are pretty tight and work really well, but you only get one click. As you can see, over time that's going to get looser, but mine haven't broken ever. I'm sure they can though. And then you have the standard pieces of articulation, of course, here, here, and then they also have gummy arms so you can pose them like that. And then their heads are mostly only side to side motion, which is a huge shame. Kira Yum Yum is out of the box now, and I think she's my personal favorite in doll form, but we'll have to see because Kira Spicy is my favorite in the show so far. So her eyes are a bit different from Precious's. They're fairly similar, but hers are wider and a little bit more closed. I really like how they do different eyes, even though they really could get away with doing them both the same, and I think it's awesome that they do different stamps. And her eyes are more of a red color with yellow. I think they're really nice, and I think her face is adorable. She has little yellow lined eyebrows. She has orange earrings, and the execution of the hair is phenomenal on this doll. I can't believe they managed to do these feather bangs so well. I don't know if feathered is the word, but you know, they have like the points on them. It looks so good. I'm really impressed. And that again is with styling wax, so you can actually play with them and they will go back where they go. Obviously within reason, like they could get messed up. And then I believe these are like Hime cut bangs when you have this, but I don't know for sure. All I know is I look terrible with my hair like that. She has this really cute little stuffed hat that reminds me of a pincushion. I love it. And it even has a little, I believe it's plastic? No, it's felt. Little felt button on the front and a little gross green ribbon, and then the detail on it is printed. And then she has these little bun wraps that have little ribbons coming off that are curled. I love the way they did that. It looks so good. It looks just like in the show. I was really worried before I saw the dolls how they were going to do that, and I think they did really well. She does have hair underneath the bun wraps, as you can see, and she seems to have a completely full head of hair, which is very surprising. She has full tracks rooted in, and they're just really compressed into those little buns. And these are actual little bun wraps that have elastic. Really, really fantastic execution there. I think it's really cool. And the bun wraps do have lace and then a printed on yellow that kind of continues into these little curlies. Love, love, love everything about this up on this doll is perfect. I wouldn't change a thing. Moving on down, the outfit has mostly printed on details again. I really wish we could have had a few more 3D elements, especially here. Really would have helped this doll pop, but it's okay. I still think they did a really good job with what they could do. Love the little actual buttons here. They're like ironed on little brads, but the effect is really nice. But it looks kind of weird on top of this exclusively printed on satin, but I can forgive it. It's okay. She has a little satin bow here with another plastic piece. It's a little heart. So each of them has a little plastic chest piece of some sort. And she has this like interesting collar that's ruffly. And then on the back, looks more like a sailor collar on the back, just with the scalloped edges. And then we have the bow and this big cape thing, and then the tails of the bow underneath. I don't really know how to describe all of this, but it's like, okay, this would have been its own piece, like a vest, and then this would have been something underneath, and then this is over it as like a little belt type thing that attaches to the apron. And the apron is actually a separate piece that's sewn on, which I do appreciate. We have two bows. Hers are kind of a pinkish color, and then a kind of purpley, almost indigo-y. I don't know how to describe it. It's not quite purple. And then the skirt is also all one piece, and there's a pretty jagged cut going on here. It's not the best. And a separately sewn on ruffle. Again, I think she is suffering the most from having mostly 2D elements, and she does have a pretty complicated outfit, but I always prefer when we have more 3D elements implemented, so it's a bit of a bummer. Her shoes are so cute. We have that scalloped icing effect going on. I just think it looks like icing. It's probably not what it's intended to be. And then little orange shoes, very cute, definitely a new mold. And I love the little bows around her ankles, so cute. Then we have her little friend, Mem. This is my favorite one of the little fairies this season. He's so cute. We have her heart cure watch, again, falls off really easily. They all have the same white gloves. And then here is her heart juicy mixer, which is actually identical to the other one. Kira Spicy is my favorite from the show, so it's really nice to have her in doll form, and I think she looks amazing. I think the blue dolls always hit it out of the park, though. I think they always look amazing. Her eyes are overall pretty different from the other two, but still very stylistically coherent, I think. I think they look pretty good and pretty cute. They're just more cat-like and more angular, which matches her character really nicely. And I love the way you can kind of tell their personalities from their designs. I think that's really fantastic. Her hair is really impressive, and she was packaged a lot more carefully than the other two because her hair had to be considered. So she had this big plastic thing around her bangs, which mine are unfortunately a little incorrect, but there's no wax in here, I don't think. It's kind of weird. Not really sure why. And then her hair is this amazing, really long ponytail, but it's thin, and it's a ringlet situation. This is from packaging, having that little ruffle. And then if we go all the way down, we can see this amazing, bouncy, fun ringlet hair. It's blue with the purple streak. Looks so good. And I love the way that these dolls have an overall pretty full root pattern. I'll show you on Precious. But they've rooted each one with less hair, so that gives them like a really natural amount of hair. And I mean, like, a lot of dolls, if you try to do a ponytail, it's going to be huge, you know? And these have like a overall fairly realistic amount of hair on their head, if that makes sense. I don't know. Not that they're trying to be realistic, but I think it's very interesting that they managed to do that. And a lot of Japanese dolls that I have the same thing to say about. She has little silver earrings, or like, yeah, they're gray. They're like a shiny gray. And then her headband, I forgot to show you that hers is a yellow gross green ribbon headband. Hers is like a teal color. I would consider this very teal. And then the bow itself, this one's really crazy. It has like these little eggs. I don't know, like Easter eggs or something. And the bow actually has two different pieces. So this is the blue piece, and then the yellow piece is actually a completely separate satin piece, which is really nice. The 3D dimensionality here, I really appreciate. And then a little plastic piece there as well. And then she has a little ribbon collar, which is an actual 3D sewn on ribbon with satin underneath. Love it. She has a lot more 3D details, I think, but there's still some places that I think could be improved. She has these big puff sleeves with cutout holes and then ribbons as like the tight piece, I guess. I need to take her off the stand to show you because she has this huge bow that I could not avoid when I was trying to put her on the stand. It looks like moth wings almost. It's amazing. Big old blue satin bow. Really, really cool. And then to fully see the front of the outfit, I had to take the stand off. So we have this darker indigo color here, and then it's printed on satin to this lighter blue with the little snaps, which I really like. Or brads, I never know what to call those. And then we have, they're meant to be buttons, I know, but I mean what the thing is actually called. And studs, I guess. And then we have a pink and a blue bow here. I really like these little bows. I love that they have that in common. And then we have Pam Pam here. I believe Pam Pam, might be wrong about that one. And then we have the Heart Juicy Mixer here, and then the Heart Cure watch here. White gloves again. This is her little plastic piece on the front. So Precious had plastic piece with a plastic bow on it, but the other two have just the plastic middle with a satin bow, and this is all printed onto the bow, but no biggie there. This is her little apron. They all have the same apron, essentially, just with different colors, which I think is really cute. Same shape, same location, adorable. And then underneath, we have a skirt that has two tiers. This is the first tier, and it's kind of an uneven, asymmetrical cut, and it has little polka dots in pink and yellow, and this piece is printed on with scalloped edges. Honestly, though, this doesn't bug me that it's printed on. Like, it's not really standing out to me at all. It actually looked like it wasn't initially. And then she has these purple indigo-ish leggings, and these are very standard looking Pretty Cure shoes. They are blue. They have this weird, like, higher up piece here. You'd think when you bend your knee that would kind of hurt, right? I don't know. But they're very nice color. They are yellow on the toe with a little heart shape. No cloven hooves on these, thank goodness. And then cute little pink bows there. So that is it for this video. I'd love to know who your favorite is and why. I think from the dolls, still Yum Yum is my favorite. I think they did a really good job on her, but I think Spicy's overall the most detailed, which is a good thing. I feel like she has the most interesting pieces that are not just printed on, although she does have a lot of printed on parts, but most of her printed on pieces are either hidden really well, like this one, or they're not super, like, egregious, like doing these printed instead of sewn on. Like, I get it. These are adorable. I think these are fantastic dolls that would go very, very well with anyone's Pretty Cure collection. Running out of space over there, but I am moving, so they will get their own whole new display. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll definitely, when I get the mid-season Cure doll, have another video for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching for all this time. Bye!